Assalamualaikum, my dear students. Welcome to online chemistry class of Adamji Cantonment College. As we know, during this corona crisis, we are not able to go to our institution for our regular academic classes, but our learning process must be continued. That is why this little effort to carry on our learning process. Before starting my class, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Mujahidul Islam, Lecturer Chemistry Department, Adamji Cantonment College. Before starting my class, I would like to discuss about our second year syllabus. In our second year syllabus, there are organic compounds, qualitative chemistry, electrochemistry and economic chemistry. I'll take some classes in organic chemistry. As we know, organic chemistry is a vast content and several classes will be required. So, in today's class, I will discuss only the introductory part of the organic compounds, which is very fundamental part, and in our today's class, this topic will be there. Definition of organic compound, that is, we are going to define what are organic compounds, vital force theory, Wöhler's synthesis, catenation, classification and homologous series. Now, let us discuss all these topics one by one. First of all, what is organic compound? Organic compounds are mainly carbon hydrogen based compounds. That is, in organic compound, the main skeletal structure will be formed by carbon and hydrogen atom. And these compounds will generally originated from a living thing. Beside this carbon hydrogen chain, oxygen, sulfur, nitrogen or halogen could be present in this carbon hydrogen chain. You can see some examples, that is CH4 methane, C2H5OH, ethanol, CH3COOH, ethanoic acid, which is also known as vinegar, thioalcohol, etc. Now, vital force theory. It is one of the, this theory was given at the very beginning of the developing of organic compounds, organic concept of organic compounds. It was given by a Swedish scientist named Berzelius in 1815. Actually, it comes from a Latin word. Vital force theory comes from a Latin word vita, which means life. And according to this theory, organic compounds can only be synthesized from a living thing, because before 1815 we wasn't able to synthesize organic compound from that is at laboratory by artificially. That is why it was given by this theory, and in this theory it mentioned that organic compounds can only be produced in living things with the help of a mysterious force. So, what are the outcomes of organic, that is this vital force theory? In this vital force theory, the outcomes are organic compounds cannot be synthesized in laboratory, that is cannot be synthesized artificially or any other inorganic compound. Number two, to synthesize organic compound, vital force is required, that is mysterious force, by vital force is required. And finally, it is a God gifted thing. It means with the mercy of God, we cannot prepare organic compound, as before 1828, organic compounds only found in living things, in animal body, in human body, even in plants. So, it was the main outcomes of vital force theory. Now, Wöhler's synthesis. Wöhler was a German scientist. We are writing Wöhler but pronouncing it Wöhler because in German language W is pronounced as V. Wöhler was, interestingly, he was the student of Berzelius, and he was experimenting with crystallization process, and he was actually observing some lattice structure of different inorganic compounds. And we have learned in first year syllabus that is in crystallization method, we take some salt solution, then heat it to make it saturated, and after cooling it we get solid crystal structure of salt. and he was doing that with ammonium cyanide, but accidentally he give a little more heat, and due to that it actually converted to inorganic, from inorganic substance to organic substance, that is urea, rearranged to urea. As ammonium cyanide is an inorganic compound, urea is an organic compound, he found some urinate smell, and that is why he reviewed his experiment and found that he actually synthesized organic compound from inorganic substance. You can see the reaction. So after that several scientists throughout the world have done several experiments and synthesized numerous compounds from inorganic substances, but Wohler was the pioneer, and due to that he is known as the father of organic chemistry, and it is also frequently come in admission test. So you need to remember that. Now our next content is that unique nature of carbon, that is catenation. It actually comes from a Latin word catena, which means chain. Carbon atom has unique character that it can form stable covalent bond, and due to that stable covalent bond it can form single bond, double bond, short chain, open chain, long chain, and due to that it have numerous number of organic compounds, and these characteristics of carbon atom to form different type of carbon chain is known as catenation. So as I said, due to catenation carbon atom can form open chain, closed chain, long chain, single bond, double bond, and due to that carbon can form numerous number of compounds, and there is great abundance of organic compounds. So you can see some examples: carbon-carbon single bond, carbon-carbon double bond, triple bond, and closed chain structure. Now we are going to discuss about classification of organic compounds. It is very important topic, and we have summarized all the organic compounds at here. So in our classification of organic compounds, we have actually classified into two types: alicyclic or open chain compound. It is also divided into two parts: saturated compounds. In saturated compound there is carbon-carbon single bond, and another one is unsaturated compound. In unsaturated compound there is mainly carbon-carbon double bond or triple bond. And in next classification there is cyclic. In cyclic it is also divided into two other parts, that is carbocyclic. By the name you can easily understand that is the cyclic structure, that is closed chain structure actually made by carbon atom. It also divided by two parts: alicyclic, that is here cyclic structure is only consist of carbon atoms only, and there will be mainly single bonds. And in another part, aromatic compound, it is also formed by carbon atom, but here there will be alternative double bonds, conjugate double bonds, and these double bonds, pi electrons, are delocalized. These are called aromatic compounds. And in our another, that is chapter, organic compound, that is aromatic compound, we are going to discuss elaborately. In another sub classification there is heterocyclic compound. These are also cyclic compounds, but this cyclic structure, different other atoms could be present within carbon-carbon atom, like oxygen, sulfur, nitrogen could be present. You can see heteroalicyclic and heteroaromatic. Now in our next slide we are going to discuss about functional group, which is very important part. If we don't understand this, we will have some problem. So you need to focus on that here very carefully. That is, functional group are some atoms or group of atoms in an organic compound which controls all the chemical characteristics of an organic compound. It means in a carbon hydrogen skeletal structure, some group of atoms will be present, and these group of atoms will control all the chemical characteristics. It means the chemical characteristics of it will not depend on carbon hydrogen chain. It doesn't matter how long or how small the carbon hydrogen chain is that. So in example, you can see that in a carbon hydrogen skeletal structure there is NH2 group, and these NH2 group I have colored red so that you can understand it is the functional group, and due to this it will control these chemical characteristics and it is called amino group. So whole compound will be named by this amine, and in beside this another compound, you see the carbon hydrogen skeletal structure is same but functional group is different, OH. If there is OH, then it is alcohol, and alcohols are different, have different chemical characteristics. So functional groups, by the functional groups actually compounds can be distinguished with one another. Now our next content is that now there is some common functional groups. I have given some common list of functional group, like if there is carbon-carbon single bond then it is alkane, if there is carbon-carbon double bond then it is alkene, if there is carbon-carbon triple bond then it is alkyne. So you can see some list of the functional group, you can get it in our textbook also. Now I have given some structural formula of these functional groups. So sometimes in MCQ questions structural formulas also come, so we need to know this structural formula also. So same functional groups with their structural formula. Now our final topic is that homologous series. Homologous series are group of organic compounds which have same functional group. It means these compounds could be numerous but it will have a specific functional group, and due to this specific functional group all the compounds will belong to a same group, and it is known as homologous series. And here one thing is has to be noted that they will all have similar functional group, but the neighboring compounds will be differed by a methylene group, CH2 group. But so how we can understand that the compounds are belongs to same homologous series? So we need to focus on these characteristics. Number one, they can be represented by a single journal formula, as we have learned in SSC, that is alkanes are represented by CnH2SN+2. Then two successive compounds, that is two neighboring compounds, will be differed by a CH2 group, methylene group. Then they will have a same functional group, what I have said earlier, and they will have similar chemical properties. Fourth of it, that is by increasing molecular mass, as their molecular mass increases, their physical properties like melting point, boiling point or density will change gradually. And finally, all the members of a homologous series can be prepared by a single method. Okay, you can see some examples, that is methanol, ethanol, propanol, all have OH, but their number of carbon hydrogen chain is different, but as they have OH, a single group, that is why they are homologous series. And if we follow the middle compound, that is it will have a CH2 difference, CH2 group difference compared to initial and final compound. Now there is some examples. There's in fourth of the properties we said, that is they show a gradual change of physical properties like melting point, boiling point. Like methane, it is the first member of alkane, homologous series of alkane, that is it is gas at room temperature, which also we use as fuel in our cooking. In next compound, that octane, we use it in fuel as in car, so it is also alkane. And you know paraffin wax, it is also alkane, it is also alkane. So these are all alkane, but their molecular mass is different, but they all have carbon-carbon single bond. As we can see, methane has molecular mass of 16, and by increasing their molecular mass, their physical state is changing, like methane is gas, octane is liquid, and finally wax is solid. So it actually the evidence of number 4 characteristics. Now it was our class, all about our today's class. So from this class we can answer this question like what is vital force theory. It could become as knowledge wise question. Then why there is great abundance of organic compound, we can answer this from catenation. Then what is homologous series, what is functional group, you can answer that. And final question is that how we can explain that methanol and ethanol belongs to same homologous series. See, these two compounds have same functional group and these two compounds have a CH2 group different. You can also mention that they have same chemical characteristics. So it was our today's class. We hope you have understand this topic very easily. If there is any question, you can ask in our messenger group also, and you should go through this content along with your textbook. I hope you will find organic is very easy. So in next class, I will come along with a new topic. Till then, goodbye. Stay safe, stay home. Thank you.
The video and its content is subjected to copyright. Convention of this video elsewhere is a punishable offense. Any redistribution or reproduction of part or all of the contents in any form is prohibited. You may not issue or commercially exploit the content, nor you may transmit, duplicate, publicly display, or make derivatives of this video. The video is protected by intellectual property claims to stimulate and ensure originality. All rights reserved by Adamjee Cantonment College.